I am in Austria. And you?
I'm in San Francisco.
In San Francisco. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I think we're live.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
This is super fun. So I guess October is the month of Talk to the Entities.
Yes.
And have you had much entity activity?
Yes, I had much entity activity and I had lots to clear and to receive and to cooperate. And it's just, what if we can have fun with this?
It's so true.
Yeah.
What's interesting for me, I'll just share a quick little story. I had a brother who had a motorcycle accident many, many years ago, and it was October 11th, actually, which was last week or something.
Yeah.
And usually around that time, he comes to visit and checks in and says hi. And he also has a birthday that's actually on Global Bars Day.
Wow.
October 21st. And so I just really, really feel his presence. And the other day, I was thinking about him and brushing my teeth, and I got this total download of this, one of these funny things that he used to do that I completely forgot about. And sometimes you think, am I making this stuff up? Is he really here? But it was so the energy of him in life, and I had totally forgotten about it. So no, you're never making it up. It's actually what's true, and they are here, and their energy is around us, so we can receive it. And God, it made me laugh so much.
And this is so you say it made you laugh, and lots of people would maybe be scared instead of, oh, let's communicate and
Right. Right. It's so interesting with that aspect of Talk to the Entities, like when people are afraid of it, or they think, oh my God, they're gone, and it's so heavy. That's because they're actually not gone. Maybe their body is gone,
Yeah.
but the being is still there. And that's part of the contraction, is that there's a truth and a lie.
Exactly.
When we go beyond that, then it opens up.
Yeah, it's like, she's so funny, she's sitting here, a cat that my daughter had a cat at her father's house, and the cat died. And then she wanted to have this cat. This was also from there. And then one day she sat in the evening and she looked at the cat and she said, "Mommy, but the cat is so similar to that cat I had then." And then I asked her, maybe she wanted to be with you every day and be closer with you. And it's just the being found another body. And she said, "Wow, yes." And this is so, nobody told us things like this, that the being is still here and is able to find another body.
Yeah, exactly. And when we start to look at that and actually recognize that that's what is, it's like the angst and the upset all melts away, and there's this peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the peace, and it's death is a transition. It's not the end.
Yep. So what are we going to choose? If we let go of the tight grip of this reality, what else is possible?
And what else is possible? To receive all the beings and communicate with lots of them. And it's so funny, now she's coming and sitting right nearly in front of me, and like,
What
yes,
does she want to share?
yeah, do you want to share something with us?
Oh, pretty kitty.
Yes. She's so, she's so funny. And she's, also when we clear entities, she is a really little cat, and she's like, she's a big being, a really big being. She's catching animals that are twice as big as her.
Mm.
And some people ask me, maybe there's a wild cat in her. And I said, yes, it is. And
Mm.
they asked me, don't you want to clear it? You talk to the entity facilitator. And I said, not in this case. That's her. That is her.
That's what she likes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she likes. She loves to be big,
It's
even if
kind of like
she's
us, right? We're
exactly.
big beings.
Yeah. Mm.
Are we allowing ourselves to be?
And it's also when I met some hosts, then we know us in person, I'm not this tall. I'm also little in my body or with my body. And then some of my hosts were like, they went 2 feet, just went back and was like, and I said, yes, I know. You thought I would be 1 meter 80 or something like this. And I said, yes, from the Zooms, you look like really, really big. So never make you small. Just be as
That's
big
so interesting.
as you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Some people have said to me, like, you're so big. And I'm like, what? They're like,
No,
it's intimidating. What? Me? So, yeah, our energy can be huge.
yes, really huge. And what do you love? What tool do you love best? If there is, if there is one.
Oh, I've played with all kinds of things, but the thing that keeps showing up over and over again is probably because I go on lots of dates. I'm no longer married, so I go on lots of dates. And there's always seems to be something with the people that I go out with, and they have some relative who they haven't had completion with. And they like inevitably try to get my attention. And I say, okay, I will try to give the message, but you have to pay me. And they do. And it's so amazing how easy it is and how much, like, when the person's actually willing to receive a message, how much their world shifts and how beautiful that is. And it's like, wow, like I would do it just for that, but then to also get paid,
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
I love this. I also want to get paid because when I go along the road when I'm driving to classes, or also just for fun, but most of the time to classes. Then there's when people died on the road, when there's a little crosses and stuff like this, or when there's an accident, then I always go and say, hey, hello beings, if somebody died here, are you aware that you don't have a body anymore? It's just during driving. And
Mhm.
then they are like, really, I don't see them, I just perceive them. And then it's like, if they would do like this and up their head and like, oh, thank you, we could get another body. Wow, we're just stuck in this accident and in this. Yeah, we're not really stuck. Wow, I so love this.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Gary talking about a traffic area that was always stuck with traffic, but then there was nothing there, and he would clear entities, and then all of a sudden there was no traffic anymore.
Yeah.
So I play with that as well. I think that's a really cool thing to do. Also in hotel rooms
Mhm.
and restaurants. I was just saying before we got on, I went to a bakery yesterday in an area that I haven't been to in a long time, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's, like, so cloudy in here inside." And I was like, "Wow, wow, there's just a ton of entities." And sometimes it's just like, "Hi." Like, you don't have to do anything. There was nothing required. It was almost like they were still baking, you
Yeah,
know? Like this bakery was stuck way back in time.
I love this. This is beautiful.
Yeah. So, what if it didn't have to be scary? What if you could be the scary one?
Yes. And what else can we really receive from all these beings and clear communicate? And I so love that our exercise in our manual, the clearing, receiving, cooperating, the whole in one. I really do this often. And you can clear thousands of entities in one in 10 minutes or maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And we don't have to talk to each separately. Just, hey, I'm here. I have time. Let's do it.
Yeah, exactly. And probably my favorite thing of the beginning talk to the entities is the flow chart.
Yeah.
It's so incredibly helpful. I took a picture of it. It's on my phone. And a lot of times when I'm just facilitating a person just on, stuff, we go to that because it's so often that has something to do with it.
Yeah. And it's just like, when is it here for you, the entity? No. Okay. Then please bring me the person who wants this information with money in their hand.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. What was the other thing I wanted to? Oh, and like, what if he didn't have to make it significant?
yeah.
That's probably the biggest thing. When I first started learning about this 20 years ago, before Shannon had even created Talk to the Entities, it was in Foundation, and oh my God, I made it so significant, and things stuck me so bad. And I would call her, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm dying. And she's like, Julie, are you making this significant? It's like, oh shit.
Yes. And I can remember it was maybe, I did my first Talk to the Entity CF training in 2015. And it was maybe 17 or something like this. And then I said, hey, Shannon, I am really a little bit confused. I cannot do this anymore. It seems like I'm lost my abilities. And she said, or are you the tools now? Wow. I was really like, wow.
Yeah. It's so easy. It just gets so easy. You think you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
That's because you're being it. So, what would it take for more people to choose?
Yes. And it was then when did you do your first CF training?
CF or Talk to the Entity?
Talk to the Entity.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't do a specialty for a long time.
It was my first specialty. I was like, I do have time, I do have money, so I go. And I didn't really not. I was like, let's see, maybe it's something I like it. I loved it from the first moment.
Yeah.
And I did this work actually before, but not with these effective tools.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was so much harder without the tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the entities were like, come on, Julie.
Yes.
You got to do this.
Come on, Julie.
So come on, people. Come to our classes. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
And have it be easy.
And it was then in 2013 was the first facilitator training, Talk to the Entity facilitator training. And when in 2015 we have been 22 CFs, and now I think we are nearly 200 now, and it's still nothing.
Right. Just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. Just the tip of the iceberg.
So fun.
Yeah.
Well, I remember meeting you in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. We were in Paris together.
You were saying small. I was like, oh yeah, I remember you. Because you have a big presence.
Yeah.
And a petite body.
Yes.
What a fun combination.
Yes. And it was such a wonderful CF training this year. It is always.
It always is. Yeah.
Yeah. And you just get more what you are being. For
You know,
me personally.
it's funny. It's this continual upgrading,
Yeah.
upgrading,
Yeah.
upgrading, going deeper, finding out more, and it never ends. So
And it never ends. Yeah.
how does it get
This
better?
is what I love about Access anyway. It never
Yes.
ends.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a little bit that I think, and again another tool. Can we be
Yeah.
finished somehow, somewhere? No. Let's
So
do
true.
more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it was really good to see you, and I'm so
You too.
happy that this is a thing that they've created. So I hope more people explore these tools, and make their lives easier. How does it get better?
Yes. And just watch out. Where is the next Talk to the Entity class with a facilitator? Maybe around the corner. Or you drive some hours like me. Or fly even.
Yeah, go to some different area and just
Yeah.
explore something different.
Yes. Thank
Yay!
you. Thank you for this wonderful conversation. And we'll see each other soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.